Hello students, I welcome you all to this session on EMFT or electromagnetics. So today in this session we are going to see the electric field at the axis of a circular ring with uniform charge distribution. So there are a lot of terms involved and we are confused that we have just studied about the electric field due to a point charge. Now if I have to find out the electric field due to this circular ring at some point P, which is at the axis of this ring. So now how will I find it? I just know how to find out the electric field intensity due to a single point. Now in this video we are going to see the application of the electric field intensity, and if you have still not watched the previous video, it is highly recommended that go and watch the previous video. Okay, there I discussed about the electric field intensity due to a point charge. Okay, I hope you all have seen that video now. Okay, now we'll be starting with the application of the electric field. So this is my practical application. This is the ring with the uniform charge distribution. I hope you remember what is the uniform charge distribution. The charge is uniformly distributed at this circular ring. Now which is the axis? Axis is the plane or this line which is passing through the center of this ring. So at this point P, I need to find out what is the exact electric field intensity due to this whole ring. Okay, so now I know how I can find out the electric field intensity due to a point charge. Okay, so if I take a very small element on this ring, so if I take a point here on this ring, so what would be the charge? So if I am taking a very small infinitesimal point, the charge here will be dq. Okay, if the total charge on the ring was q, the charge on this infinitesimal portion will be dq. Now I hope you remember how I computed the electric field due to a point. Okay, so here we are considering this very small element as a point, and we can find out the electric field intensity at point P due to this point charge. Okay, so now what was the formula of electric field intensity? So electric field intensity was given by Q upon, so I am just considering the magnitude. So here we have Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So why I am taking epsilon naught? I am supposing that here we have the free space. Whenever we have some medium, so I will be using epsilon, which is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. So what is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space. Epsilon r is the permittivity of the medium. Okay, so we are considering that we don't have any medium, we are in the free space. And if some medium is given in the question, what you will be doing? You will be finding out electric field and you will be dividing it by epsilon r. You will be getting electric field intensity at that particular medium also. So now here it is multiplied with the distance. So what is the distance between this point charge and the point P? It is given by AP. So we are dividing it by AP square. So this is the magnitude of the electric field intensity. I hope you remember this formula. So now we will be using this formula here in this question. So what was the charge here? Charge was not Q, charge was dQ. So we'll be having dQ upon 4 pi epsilon naught AP square. So now here we will be using various trigonometric formulas, and I hope you remember what is the direction. So direction of the force or the Coulomb's law, what was the direction? It was on the line joining the 2 points. Okay, so if I have the point P, this is the point A, so this is my straight line. So here I will be finding out DE. Okay, so this is my DE due to the small charge. Okay, from the formula of E, I have found out the DE due to this small charge. Okay, so now here you can see that it is making a theta angle with the point P. So what will be this point? So here this line is represented by DE cos theta. Okay, so I hope now you know how I have made this projection of this field on this line. Okay, so it is dE cos theta. It is really simple. I hope now you know it. Now here in this triangle, we have this triangle OAP. In this triangle, this is my 90-degree angle. These are my opposite angles. So this angle will be equal to theta. Now this is the point having the distance x from the O. So OP distance is given in the question. It is x. So now here we also know the radius of our circular ring, which is r. So in this triangle OAP, so if I see the triangle OAP, so I will be using the Pythagoras theorem here, and I will be saying that in this triangle, if I have to find out AP, because what is required? It is required that I need to find out AP square. So I will be finding out AP. So what is AP? AP will be given as under root of OA square plus OP square. I hope you remember the Pythagoras theorem. So now here, what is OA? OA is R. What is OP? OP is X. So this is how I calculated my distance AP. So I hope now there is no confusion in finding out AP. Now I hope you have found out this AP, and now we need to find out the dE cos theta. Okay, we need to find out the electric field on this axis. We have found out dE on this line. If I need to find out electric field on this axis, it will be dE cos theta. So now I need one more term. I know what is dE. In dE, I know what is dQ. I know 4 pi epsilon naught. Now I know AP square as well. Okay, what I don't know? I don't know what is cos theta. Okay, so now I need to know what is cos theta. So what I will be doing? Okay, so I will be using again the trigonometry. In this triangle, what is cos theta? Cos theta will be base upon hypotenuse. So what is base? This is theta, base is x. So here I will be putting x. What is hypotenuse? AP is under root x square plus r square. So now I know what is AP. So cos theta will be x upon under root x square plus r square. Now I know all of the terms. I know what is my dE. I know what is my cos theta. So I can find out dE cos theta, that is I have to find out, and then I will be integrating it to find out the electric field due to the full ring. I just know now the electric field due to this component. Okay, this point only is contributing to this electric field dE cos theta. If I need to find out the electric field due to the full ring, I will be integrating it. So here, what is my dE? dE was okay, so dE is dQ upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square, because AP square here, if I square it, so AP square will be x square plus r square. Okay, so I just have put this formula of AP square here in this formula. Okay, so it will be dQ upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square. Now I hope this thing is clear. Now what I will be doing? I will be multiplying it with cos theta. Okay. Okay, so now we know what is my dE, I know what is my cos theta, I have multiplied. So here you can see we have x square plus r square raised to the power 1, and here we have same x square plus r square and its power is 1 by 2. So when two numbers with same base are multiplied with different powers, then powers are added, I know. So power, resultant power will be 1 plus 1 by 2. It will be 3 by 2. Okay, so now I can write my dE cos theta as okay, so dE cos theta will be equal to dqx upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square raised to power 3 by 2. So I hope now this thing is clear. Now if I need to find out the electric field due to this full ring, then what I will be doing? I will be integrating it. Because the charge is uniformly distributed, I have to integrate over the charge. Okay, so what will be the total electric field? So we'll be integrating the dE cos theta. So it will be equal to integration of dqx upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square raised to power 3 by 2. Okay, so now here what all things are constant? Here I can see x is a constant, the distance of O and P is not changing, this r is also a constant, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant, x already it's a constant. So I will be taking them outside the integration. So x upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square raised to power 3 by 2 integration of dq. And now what is the integration of dq? We are integrating the dq and we know what is the total charge. It is q. So integration of dq will be q. So now I will be putting it. Okay, so this is how I can find out the electric field. So electric field is xq upon 4 pi epsilon naught x square plus r square raised to power 3 by 2. And let me tell you that we have found out the electric field due to this circular ring. Now we have used the electric field due to the point charge, and I have used it to find out the electric field due to this circular ring. Now you can apply this electric field formula on any type of surface and you can find out the resultant electric field at any point surrounding it. So I hope you understood this derivation. This was a really interesting application of the electric field intensity. If you still have any doubt, you can reach out to me or you can put your doubt in the comment. I will try to resolve your doubt as soon as possible, and I hope you like this video. If you like it, do one thing, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel and do push the like button. Thank you so much.